Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coach's Corner, the last one of the year as we ended the season last week. I'm here with Coach Yair Gewirtz, Coach Maale Adumim. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. Resting, thank you.
I hear you got your voice back. Your voice was a little problematic towards the end. There a lot of yelling and screaming going on, huh?
Yeah, I lost my voice a little bit towards the end, but now we're okay, thank God, and resting a little bit and then starting to prepare for next year.
Very good. Well, let's talk about this year first before we jump over to next year in the future. It was a season of a lot of highs and lows. You started off 8-3, and then I'm sure the second half did not go as you planned. It was really some tough going there, but you did manage to stay in the league for a third season now, as most of the Maccabi Maale Adumim fans know by now. How would you summarize the season?
Well, if you'd asked me before the season if we would buy a situation that when we go back to when we get down to the bottom playoff, we almost for sure promise another year in second division. So I would definitely take it. And if you would tell me we would end 14-17, that's definitely a record that we would be happy to get. That's before the season, but once the season started and we had the start that we had, 8-3, 11-7 at one point, and with the real shot to make the playoffs. So I guess things kind of changed, and we were hoping maybe to do some sensational thing and make the playoffs, and unfortunately that didn't happen. We got into such a little losing streak, and a lot of guys were struggling. We had some injuries and stuff, and of course we had Jordan leave us, but again, no excuses. We didn't get the job done, but it was a good season overall, and we're happy with what we did.
What were the main differences between that great start that you had and then the fall off, which occurred most of the second half of the season?
Again, I think it was teams learned us better, learned how to deal with Ekior, and I know also Jordan really helped us, and we were a young team, and young players, they'll have their up and downs during the season, and they were playing very well in the beginning. A lot of guys were executing and playing well, and just once the season, we got into a funk, and a lot of guys were struggling, and we couldn't get it going. We had some tough, close games that we lost, and that was it.
You were fortunate this year to play with really certainly one of the top 5 players in the second division, possibly one of the best players, all around Israel basketball. He really came into his own this year. Eddie Ekior, tell me how much fun it was to coach him.
It was really a privilege and amazing to coach a guy like that with such a character and such a great personality on and off the court. He was amazing, never complaining, always practicing hard, and just a great ball player all around. He has it all. He has the whole package, defensively and offensively. And this guy, I hope for him he plays for a first division team next year because he deserves it. And I really think he can be one of the best players in first division also. And I was just honored to coach a guy like that, and really no bad words to say about him. He was great for us, and it was just fun to coach him. He's a quick learner, and he has a huge future ahead of him.
Where do you think he goes next year?
Hopefully first division. Already some teams have interest in him, and I'm sure he'll find himself there.
Does he like it here in Israel? Is he tending to stay here in this country?
He loves it here, and he really had a great season, and really people here in Maale Adumim hosted him, and were really like a family to him. So he liked it here, and I believe it'll be one of the reasons why he stays next year.
Good. I hope he does too. He's a great guy. Looking forward, it's no secret that Maale Adumim had one of the lowest budgets, if not the lowest budget of the second division. How do you get the city to commit more funds, to commit themselves more to the team, and having a team that can really fight to win this league and possibly go up to the top league in Israel, Ligat Al?
I don't know if the management is not committed, but there's maybe not enough awareness of what you need to be a successful, good team in second division. I mean, we're battling with teams who play in the middle of Israel. Rishon, some big cities, Ashkelon, Ramat Gan. These teams, they also have big money, and it's easier for them to bring players to that area. And I believe the team does really believe that they put in some big money, but again, it's not enough. We need to find this guy who will take this team into his hands and maybe be the owner of this team. We couldn't find a really big sponsor this year, which also hurt us. But again, for a small city like Maale Adumim, I can understand that it's tough to put a huge amount of money, but they really need to take themselves together and try to find a guy who will put that money, because I don't believe this team can succeed for years coming forward. With young teams like this, and we won't every year hit with a guy like Ekior, and we really need to understand that Maale Adumim won't be able to survive for years coming in second division if we won't have more money. I mean, this is fun, and this has been a great ride for us the past 2 years in second division, but again, money is critical here, and
you do have certain teams that are smaller market teams like Nes Tziona, Kiryat Ata. Nes Tziona's been playing in the top league for many, many years. Kiryat Ata recently joined. You can also argue that it really does something for the prestige and the public relations of the city. Overall, it may cost a little bit more, but isn't it worth it for a city to really commit and invest in when they have a team like this that has already reached heights like you guys have?
Of course. And these teams, they have owners, they have big sponsors, and again, it's people need to understand this is not a profitable thing. You won't, if you get this ownership of the team or put some big money in the team, it's not that you're going to get back big money. This is really to put Maale Adumim on the map of Israel basketball, and smaller clubs, you see that they don't survive if they don't have that money. But again, I really appreciate all what the management have been doing for us. They've been amazing, letting us work and being there for us and supporting us. And they did put a big amount of money, the city. But again, I don't know if it'll be enough going forward. And I really hope that they be able to find a guy who will take over this team or a big sponsor.
All right, last question, Coach. We know, I assume, I shouldn't say we know, but I assume that the management of the team and the officials of the city would want you back as coach. You've gotten them here. You've remained in the league despite low budgets and injuries and a lot of youth that's come on that's been playing on the team. Does Yair Gewirtz want to stay in Maale Adumim? And where do you see yourself a year from now?
Well, definitely one of my hopes for my career is to coach first division and more. So I don't know. Right now I'm just sitting at home, resting, enjoying with my family a little bit, and I'm listening to some offers in the summer. This definitely has been a great place for me to coach at, and I loved it here. And I have my family and friends and the fan base who I know so well, but. Again, it's. I feel like this time of my career, I need to maybe check out some different offers. Doesn't mean I'm not going to coach here next year, but definitely listening to some offers that I have this summer.
Well, as we heard from on Yom Ha'atzmaut from the mayor himself, the mayor Kat Kashriel will be stepping down after many, many years of very critical and positive service to this city, and we owe him a lot. I'm not quite sure how committed he was to making sure that we get up to Ligat Al. Do you see that there could be a window here where maybe someone else could come in and possibly divert funds to make sure that you guys are a little bit more competitive and have a better shot at making the top league?
These are already political matters, which I'm not. I'm not, very involved there.
We don't want to put you on the
I believe
spot,
Benny
Coach.
was. The team was important for him. But hopefully, I know Guy Ifrach, who's the Maale Adumim's vice
Deputy mayor.
deputy mayor, and I'm sure if he'll be more involved, so I'm sure it'll be very good for the team and good things will happen.
Well, we certainly saw Guy at a lot of games this year, and he got excited, and he was irritated greatly when you guys lost as well. I could tell because I was talking to him. Anyway, we hope that you do stay, Coach Gewirtz. That'll be great for the team, great for the city, great for our family, as everyone knows that I'm your dad. I would love to see you stay here. But you know what? Career is also a big thing, and I hope it works out for you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.